Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Today we got to talk about gimmick accounts. You ever follow social media services and you know that one account that just posts one specific type of meme over and over again and it just shows up in your feed irregardless? Yeah, that's what we're talking about today, but not just any gimmick account. We're talking about Pilgrim. Now, you might have maybe opened up your notifications and come across the texts. Here's what you would look like if you were black or Chinese. Yeah, if you haven't already guessed it, Pilgrim's gimmick is taking selfies from average individual people and just effectively converting their races to either black or Chinese. Now, I'm sure that before we begin, some people will absolutely interpret this as digital blackfacing. And don't get me wrong, there were a lot of actual social media services like FaceApp that got into huge trouble when it started to add filters. Hey, you want to look Indian? You want to look Chinese? You want to look white, black, any race in between? You can access it with a simple AI. Yeah, of course they got absolutely bullied on the internet. And obviously for a site like Twitter, where it is absolutely a hellscape of opinions and wild shit these days, Pilgrim stands as a lone individual, willing to carve out a path for Twitter impressions, and being able to take anybody's selfies, with or without consent, big or small, public or private figure, and turn them into different races. So I wanted to go over a few of this person's memes. Obviously, for a gimmick account, they didn't start off just doing this. They were randomly posting garbage anyways for the most part, okay? Just standard memes. Until one day they hit it big. Now I want to start off by saying around November, Pilgrim was posting just memes on the internet, random stuff. Me watching 5 people, haha, react to someone making fun of me in a group chat. We're bringing up WhatsApp memes from Indian families, ladies and gentlemen, because I know exactly what the WhatsApp memes are like. Pilgrim had effectively, in the course of a month after, had cracked what appeared to be the internet equivalent for the recipe of gold, where he started to basically take people's selfies and effectively convert them. Okay, usually white people into different races. That's just how it kind of went. Are you a US congressman? Here's Jared Moskowitz just having a nice photograph with his wife here, okay? Well, all Pilgrim does is grab this photo and convert them either to black or Chinese. You know, I'm not going to feel too bad. Stephen Hawking was allegedly doing some bad things on Epstein's island. We saw a photo of him on one of the islands, okay? So, again, I'm not going to feel too bad. He decided to take Stephen Hawking and, of course, digitally race swap him into either black or Chinese. Now, I have to imagine, because of the speed and veracity of Pilgrim, and because this is a gimmick account where most of their gimmick is actually done entirely on their cell phone anyways, I have to imagine he's using like FaceApp or some old build of an AI tool and just swapping races around. Maybe he could be using something like Gradient App, which does something known as AI Face. Find out how you would look like if you were born on a different a different continent. Well, that's a cute way of saying different race, I guess. But, I mean, hey, it's a different continent, okay? Different continents like Brazil, Asia, or India. Don't use this application. They will try to get you to pay for even the tiniest thing imaginable. My wife would have been 95 this week. I mean, this is such a wholesome photograph of an individual who probably, you know, was from the war, and you can see that they had this photo in their breast pockets with shrapnel holes. That didn't stop Pilgrim from just taking this image and converting this person's late wife into different races. So even if you passed away a long time ago and had no concept of artificial intelligence and meme culture in the future, this man wasn't letting you go. Are you a famous actor like Jeremy Allen White? Wasn't this like the really buff dude that was in that Chef movie? Yeah, he's not immune. They either race swapped him into a black person or an Asian person, or Chinese specifically, as Pilgrim says. Now, I want to say that this one probably is the better conversion that I've seen. Like, he's actually matching skin tones, everything, so this isn't poorly done. But obviously, you can see that some people probably don't take too kindly to any of this. Are you a world leader like Javier Milei? Well, instead of just being a world leader in Argentina, he's race swapped him into a black person, or Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's obviously accounts that try to bait this person out too. But we're not going to get into it just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that got mad over this to a point actually ended up showcasing and doxing this individual's home. For instance, this one account, Inani80 whatever the hell, hey, should I use your real name? They all blanked it out. You live in this house and this is your true face. So we got to a point, like I said at the beginning of this, that obviously a meme like this can, for some people, appear to be something that is relatively harmless. But obviously some people can see this as digital racism, digital blackface, digital race swapping. And what's occurred over there is obviously some people didn't take too kindly and started doxing his address. Obviously, I'm blurring every single thing because I'm not contributing to this person being doxed. I wouldn't do it on my channel, and that's not okay. What was actually this account's response to that entire situation? He took the image and digitally race swapped it as well, saying, here's what I would look like if I was black or Chinese. That happened like a week ago. This account existed, did this meme for a month, then they got doxed, and even after they got doxed, as of 35 minutes ago, they're still actually going and posting, here's what you would look like if you were black or Chinese. It's got to a point where on Twitter, this man's image is basically used like the bat signal anytime somebody posts a selfie. So again, I decided to see exactly how this person was doing this, and it led me down an artificial intelligence rabbit hole. By grabbing Stable Diffusion's web UI interface, I was able to actually install Stable Diffusion right on to my actual Linux system. Now, I don't imagine that Pilgrim puts this much effort into the situation, but AI's gotten so insane that you can in fact digitally switch up your race, characteristics, all with an actual standard, prompt. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, setting this up, at least on my Linux system, took literally minutes, okay? I ran one script, immediately provisioned, and created a local interface. So you can see right here, 127.0.0.1, and that is, of course, my local Stable Diffusion model. Now, by going to image, you can drop in any image that you have. Here's one of me, ladies and gentlemen. And by basically messing around with some of the actual, refining settings, like making the CFG scale around 7 and the denoising strength around 21, you too can change up aspects of your face. So for instance, if I wanted to make myself look like an African American person, I can insert black person right here, hit generate, and whoa, look at that. It made me look like a African American person, a black person. And of course, if you keep generating around, it'll try doing its best. That's just how AI has gotten. With gigabytes and gigabytes of reference information on numerous different types of human physiological components and features, it's obviously doing its best to convert me on the fly. Heck, even if I go and type in Indian person, like so, you can see that it tries to convert me to a person of my own. Now, of course, with things like denoising strength, this allows the AI to basically have their choice against how much they want to have freedom to cover this specific prompt. So if I slap that all the way to 1 and I gave it basically the prompt to make an Indian person, it would literally do whatever it could. It would actually swap not just my technically my race isn't swapped, but it would actually switch out my entire gender as well. Here it makes me look like an Indian woman. But of course, killing the denoising back down to 0.20 makes it a little bit more accurate to reality. Now switching me to a white person, that actually did, wow, that actually don't look half bad there. Here you can see that it's converted me to what it believes to be a white Caucasian person. And then of course, like Pilgrim's second race that he doesn't choose to go across, you can go Chinese person and hit generate. And as you can see right over here, it's converting my face into what it believes to be Chinese facial features. I wonder what it'll do. I wonder if there's any key differences if I do North Korean person. Here, let's generate that. Whoa, look at that. It's matching me with the North Korean feature set there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Pilgrim has cracked what appears to be the impression code on the hellscape known as Twitter. And it's one of those situations where I keep constantly seeing it every single day on my platform. So again, it's all just artificial intelligence kerfuffle that basically has people constantly converting themselves. So if you ever wonder how this person basically takes any viral image, they just slap this shit right into Stable Diffusion. I mean, I'm putting more effort into it, I would personally say, and that's all it comes down to. But yeah, this might actually be like one of the biggest memes, honestly, of January, maybe even December. Pilgrim and his quest to take any selfie, quote tweet it, and convert races. I wanted to talk about it because I literally could not stop seeing this every single day on my feed. And to be honest with you, I even started seeing it on YouTube as well too. So hopefully this gets the bug out of my system and I can move on to other things in my life. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.